Yvonne here, succession planning expert, executive coach, and the creator of Succession app. Today we're going to talk about how to create development plans for your potential successors. The most important element of a succession plan is the development plan. And guess what? It's the element that's most often missing in plans that I look at. And why is that? People tell me it's because they can't think of activities or courses or seminars or experiences that they should write down for the potential successors to work on. So guess what? They skip that part. Well, why are development plans so important to succession plans? Well, first of all, it's a formal, active way of developing your potential successors. Second of all, it's a way of telling your potential successors that they're important to the organization and that you want them to stay because you're developing them for a future position. So how do you know what to focus on? Well, first of all, you want to find out where your potential successors have gaps in terms of the competencies. Second of all, you want to take a look at the length of the runway. So let's say we're talking about the CFO position, and the CFO is going to retire in 5 to 10 years. So there's a really long runway for the potential successors. So when you're looking at all the competencies that they have to work on, maybe you pick one or two for them to pick on in a couple of activities, but not a lot, because they have a lot of time to develop. If the runway is shorter, like 1 to 3 years, you may have to pick more competencies for them to work on and more activities. So kind of take a look at that runway. You also can ask the potential successor, what is something that they feel they want to work on in terms of developing for that position? And guess what? You also have the resource of your HR department. They can help you come up with actions, activities, experiences that would help develop your potential successors. So what are some common examples of some activities that executives might have in their development plan? So let's say they are an executive and they'd love to be the CEO of the organization, and the CEO job requires a degree. If they have a long enough runway, you might put in their development plan that they should take courses toward their degree. Another activity might be working with an executive coach. A lot of people will work with an executive coach, especially on some of the softer skills. You might also have someone who hasn't ever taken a project, a really big project for your company, from start to finish. And so you might assign them as the lead for a very large project. You may also have an executive take the lead on a strategic planning topic, and they could help develop their strategic thinking skills. You could also have them be mentored by someone within the organization who has some of the competencies that they're still working on. They could meet with them on a monthly basis, that sort of thing. So you could have them mentor. There are so many things that you could add to their development plan. So what can you do? First of all, you can ensure that you have defined your critical competencies for each of your key roles. Second, you can assess your potential successors on each of their competencies and figure out where their gaps are. Third, you can create development plans for each of your potential successors. And fourth, you can ask your potential successor what things they'd like to work on. And don't forget about your HR department. They can help you come up with ideas to put in your development plan as well. If you want to know how ready your organization is for management succession planning, I have included the link below to our free quiz. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to get information on succession planning, what you need to know.